Picture this. You close your eyes in the middle of your living room while chaos swirls around you, and you wonder if this is really how the rest of your life is going to feel. Loud, heavy, and impossible to control. Sounds familiar? Have you ever leaned against a doorframe listening to your child with ADHD scream in the next room and felt your chest ache with a mix of love and exhaustion so deep you didn't know which one was stronger? Have you ever cried because you have tried everything and nothing works? If you are watching this video, chances are you probably have. And I need you to know this. I see you. My name is Lola, and I'm the mom of a son who was diagnosed with ADHD. I want you to know that I see the tears you hide from your child with ADHD, the arguments you replay in your head at night, and the guilt you carry like a weight strapped to your back. I see the part of you that loves your child fiercely and a part of you that is just so tired. And I want to tell you that you are not alone in this guilt. There is something no one tells you about parenting a child with ADHD. It will break you in ways you never saw coming. Not because your child is broken, but because the world was not built to understand your child. And that gap between your child with ADHD and the world, you are the one standing in it. You are the one trying to fill it, trying to hold it together, and slowly it tears you apart. The world told you if you were just consistent enough, patient enough, strong enough, your child with ADHD would fall in line. So you read the books, listened to the experts, and sat in parent workshops with a notebook full of strategies. You tried the charts, the timers, the reward systems. You whispered affirmations to yourself before opening your child's bedroom door, promising today would be different. And then today came, and it wasn't different. The school calls again, your phone vibrates in your pocket, and you don't want to answer because you already know what they are going to say. Another outburst, another disruption, another reminder that your child with ADHD does not fit in. You hang up the phone and feel the heat rising in your cheeks, that mix of shame and helplessness. While other parents talk casually about soccer practice and play dates, they don't know what it feels like to live under constant scrutiny, to have every weakness magnified, and to feel like your family is always on display for judgment. And then there are the public meltdowns, the grocery store aisles where strangers glare at you like you are incompetent, the playgrounds where your child with ADHD lashes out and other parents pull their kids away, the family gathering where relatives whisper that maybe, just maybe, if you disciplined more, things would be fine. You plaster on a smile, but inside you are screaming, if only you knew, if only you could live a day in my shoes. But the hardest part isn't the stairs or the phone calls, it's the nights when the house is finally still and you are alone with your thoughts. You lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying every word you said, every moment you lost your temper, every second you wanted to walk away. You ask yourself questions that cut like knives. Am I ruining my child? Am I enough? Will my child ever be okay? And the silence of the night offers no answers. I know those nights because I have lived them. I know what it feels like to cry into your pillow so your child won't hear, to sit in the dark and feel like the loneliest person in the world. I know the ache of thinking maybe your child with ADHD deserves someone stronger, someone more patient, someone who doesn't feel so broken inside. And I know the fear of wondering how much longer you can keep this up. Here's what I've learned from parenting my son with ADHD. Most of the strategies you have been given were never meant for your child. They were designed for children who can pause before they act, who can hold on to directions long enough to follow through, who can manage disappointments without crumbling. That's not your child with ADHD. Your child's ADHD brain is wired differently. Their emotions are triggered storms, sudden, fierce, and overwhelming. Their focus slips like water through your fingers. Their little bodies move before their brains catch up, and yet the world expects them to act like everyone else. So, what happens? You try to fit them into a mold that doesn't belong to them, and they feel misunderstood. You feel defeated, and the distance between both you and your child widens until it feels like you're shouting across a canyon. I once reached that canyon too. I remember sitting in my car outside my house one afternoon, gripping the steering wheel so tight my hands hurt because I couldn't bring myself to walk back into the house. The thought of another fight, another meltdown, another night of raised voice and slammed doors, it felt unbearable. I wanted to disappear, but I couldn't. I sat there shaking, with tears streaming down my face, whispering, I don't want to do this anymore. And then something shifted. I didn't find a miracle cure. I didn't discover a perfect strategy. I simply asked myself one desperate question. What if I stopped trying to force what wasn't working and started noticing what already was? Here's what I realized: buried under all the chaos were tiny moments of calm, not big victories, not perfect days, just sliver of peace. My son loved music. If I played his favorite song, the storm in his little body slowed just enough for us to reset. My son loved drawing at night, even if he couldn't sit still for homework. Those were anchors, small as they seemed. When I started building around those moments instead of forcing strategies that didn't fit, the days shifted. Not perfectly, not completely, but enough for me to breathe again. And that's what I want to give you: a moment to breathe again, because I know what it feels like to live in survival mode, to wake up already defeated, to believe the lie that nothing will ever work. I know what it feels like to carry that weight, and I don't want you to stay there. That's why I created something for you, a tool I called ADHD Routine Builder. This tool can be used alongside the 5 mindset shifts I gave you in my last video. Check out my prior video on Am I a Bad Mom, where I discuss those mindset shifts. I'll leave a link in the description below. The ADHD Routine Builder isn't another sticker chart or complicated system that will fall apart in a week. It isn't a rigid plan that leaves you feeling like failure when your child with ADHD doesn't stick to it. It's simple, it's flexible, and it's real. It's a routine builder that will help you to find the small anchors in your own day and build routines that actually fit your child's ADHD brain. The routine builder walks you through step by step how to block out the noise, focus on one area, and create routines that don't break the second life gets messy. It gives you examples to spark ideas, templates to make it easy, and the freedom to adapt it to your family's reality. It's not about perfection, it's about survival, connection, and calm. And I want you to have it because I don't want you stuck where I was, sitting in your car, gripping the steering wheels, dreading walking back inside your own home. I want you to have something you can hold on to when things feel like they are falling apart. something that will remind you you are not out of options and you are not alone. This tool won't erase the meltdowns. It won't make your child with ADHD suddenly easy to parent, but it will help you to create small wins that add up to big change. It will help you to breathe again. It will give you a way to move forward when you feel paralyzed. And sometimes that's all you need, a first step. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to live in shame, guilt, or comparison. You need tools that meet you where you are. You need routines that respect your child's ADHD brain. And you need reminders that your worth is not measured by your child's behavior, but by your relentless love, your courage, and your refusal to give up. That's why the ADHD Routine Builder exists, not as another test you fail, not as another shiny system to collect dust, but as a lifeline, a way for you to pause, reset, and rebuild, not around what the world says that should work, but around what actually does. When nothing works, this is how you begin again. So here's what I want you to do. Take the ADHD Routine Builder, download it, use it, let it guide you back to moments of calm and connection. Let it show you where the light already shines in your days. And as you do, remember this: you are not failing, you are not broken. You are carrying something sacred, and though it feels impossibly heavy, you are not carrying it alone. Stay here on this channel with me. I will keep showing up for you, not because I have all the answers, but because I know what it feels like to live in the questions. I know what it feels like to walk this road with your chest tight and your heart breaking. I know what it feels like to come through the darkness and find there is still a way forward. So just give yourself grace. You are not done, not even close, and neither is your child with ADHD. Just breathe. Take the routine builder and let's build something new together. Hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.